What is up, everybody? It is your boy Laker Boy Waldo back at it again with another vid. Monday night, an extremely historic night for Laker fans and just basketball fans in general. For the city, Kobe Bryant, Black Mamba, got his jersey retired. An extremely historic moment, extremely emotional moment. The tribute was beautiful, and honestly, it made history. First athlete I think ever to have two jerseys retired. And well deserved. I mean, each jersey had its own Hall of Fame career, as is. The Laker organization went all out for this man. If y'all didn't know, outside Staples Center, they had a free event called Kobeland. They made a whole carnival for this guy, and it was ridiculous. Me and my boy Ozzy went to check it out, and it was honestly so cool. I mean, they had a Ferris wheel, they had like all these carnival games, they had the Muppets out there taking pictures, and it was dope. I tried vlogging it, but it didn't turn out too great, but I do have footage I'm gonna show on the bottom here. But it was honestly super sick. So today's video is gonna focus on the top 5 moments Kobe has had in his career, and not highlights, because a lot of people have already done that, but I'm gonna talk about moments, like things where you think about Kobe and you say, yeah, like that's what defines him as Black Mamba, as Kobe, as a Laker. So I'm just gonna do my top 5 moments, going from 5 to 1. So moment number 5, one of the top 5 moments in his career that I really felt that Kobe has been defined by is his 60 in the Garden. When you think about the Garden, you think basketball mecca, right?
Mecca of basketball right here in New York City, MSG.
You think that is the place where you want to show out. Everyone who's someone has tried to show out at the Garden. You know, LeBron, Steph, everyone has tried to show out, because it's just something with the vibe. Like when you're at Madison Square Garden, you want to ball out. You want to have Spike Lee sitting down or getting embarrassed. Just ball out, showing the big lights. That's the biggest spotlight in the NBA, even if the Knicks are trash. Kobe came in, Spike Lee was jabbering with him, they were talking, and Kobe just decimated him. This is when we were still an elite team. Kobe hit him, and I still remember the best move, and I always try to copy it as a kid, was his spin move where he faked Wilson Chandler out, took a spin the other way. It was just a bucket that just sealed the deal. I mean, every Knicks fan, Spike Lee at that point was just like, man, like this guy just ran us out of the building. That's when Spike Lee did that little like shoulder thing, and he, you know, got embarrassed and all of that. And I honestly feel, just when I think of Kobe's 60 at MSG, I just really feel like that was such a 24 moment, especially because that was when he didn't really use crazy athleticism, but he used his footwork, he used his jump shot to really completely dominate. Like, he was unstoppable. Number 4, and I feel like a lot of people forget about this, and I know the conversation comes up sometimes when you bring up like Clay's 3/4, but Kobe scoring 62 and 3/4, that is the only other time where I feel like he could have scored 81 if Phil played him in the 4th. He didn't even touch the 4th quarter in terms of scoring compared to 81. It was on par. He outscored the Mavs. He outscored a whole team by the end of the 3rd just by himself. So number 3, and this is honestly, when I think of clutch, I think about this moment in particular, is when Kobe had 2 buzzer beaters against Phoenix in the playoffs. Honestly, beyond clutch, it just symbolized how much Kobe can carry a team. This team, if you don't remember, was a 7th seed. Phoenix was a 2nd seed. And I know we lost the series, but at the time, the buzz around the Lakers and Kobe, for the fact that he brought a team with Smush Parker, Chris Mim, Kwame Brown to a 3-1 lead against the number 2 Phoenix Suns in Steve Nash's MVP season. It was honestly so iconic, man. And how clutch this guy was, it didn't even faze him. Both buzzer beaters, he wasn't even fazed. And he literally willed the team that game. He willed the team up to that point. And that was when the Black Mamba, when he does a jersey pull, that's when people started to realize, like, man, this guy is an assassin. Like, he will not stop his craft for anyone. He'll work day in and day out. And that's when Kobe started to get more respect for his work ethic and determination. Moment number 2, and the only reason why this is number 2 is because number 1's a no-brainer. Kobe's 60-point game in his final game of his career. And it's number 2 to me because I personally was at that game, got the shirt, and it was so crazy, man. I remember everyone, the buzz in the arena already was just, man, like, this is Kobe's last game, this is it. And on top of that, no one really knew at the time that Houston won, so everyone was thinking that, oh, if we beat Utah, then Utah's out of the playoffs. So there was that buzz. And I remember talking to people around me, and everyone was like, man, I hope Kobe just leaves with at least 30. Like, that'd be sick. And then the guy right next to him was like, no, dude, at least 20. Like, if he leaves with 20, I'll be happy. And I was like, word, like, if he scores 20, I'll be happy. Because I was scared, man. Like, we saw that season Kobe was struggling in a couple games. Like, he had his flashes, but he didn't have the consistency to score more than 30 points, you know? So it was really, really stressful for me because I didn't want to see him leave on a bad note. You know, the guys gave us so much, and there's so many haters around that I knew that if he had a bad game, we'd never hear the end of it as Lakers fans. So I was really, really hoping for his legacy, for our own sake, that Kobe would ball out. And when he hit 50, I was like, man, he hit 50. I don't even care how many shots he took. And the fact that he was able to score 50 was so iconic to me. I started crying, actually, and I have a video. I started balling out because I was like, man, this dude actually scored 50 points. Like, I cannot believe it right now. And then he scored 60, and I was just a mess. And I remember it was so funny. There's two people in front of me, and I was crying. Like, I was legit, like, crying, right? And these two people in front of me, they're like some big dudes, and they turn around, and like, I was like, man, these dudes are probably gonna make fun of me so much. And then they looked at me, and then their lips started quivering, and they started crying too, and then we all just started crying together. It was just so emotional, and I was just so happy for Kobe. He's able to leave with 60 points and his Mamba out. It was just, honestly, once again, defined Kobe, who he is and how determined he is to will himself to score. And just the fact that he left in his last game with 60 points was truly Mamba-esque. And number one, January 22nd, 2006. I know that day by heart, and that is when Kobe Bryant scored 81 points. Whenever someone hears the number 81, they immediately correlate it to Kobe. The way he scored 81 points, and what's impressive to me, and I feel like a lot of times people miss that fact, is by halftime, he only had like 20-something points. And I remember I was watching the game. I remember I had to wake up early the next morning. My parents were pushing me to go to sleep. And I was like, no, I want to watch the game. And they're like, who cares? Like, they're losing to the Raptors. Because at the time, the Raptors were so bad. Like, Charlie Villanueva and like Jalen Rose were like their best players. And they were killing us. They were like the Hawks. They're like how the Hawks are now. People were talking mess on Kobe. They're saying he's horrible. He's a ball hog. That's why we're not winning. And then at post halftime, Kobe just went off. This guy shot 61% from the field in the second half. And he was making shots that, honestly, he said even after the game, like, I didn't even know how I was making some of those shots because he was being double teamed, triple teamed at some points, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter. The dude scored, and he never cooled off. And usually, you know, when someone goes on a hot streak, you're like, all right, they're gonna eventually cool off. He just did not cool off. Like, if there was another quarter, he would have had 100, like, easy. Like, what impressed me more is how many jump shots he took. It wasn't like he got to the line so much, and that's how he got his 81, like as if DeRozan would do something like that. But he legit was hitting jump shots, and it impressed me more than Wilt's 100 because of that reason as well. Wilt had a lot of bucket points, and he was just bigger and stronger than everyone else on the court at the time. But Kobe, you know, it was such a different generation. This is when everyone was an athlete, everyone was able to compete, and the fact that he scored 81 points in that just really just caps what Kobe Bryant is to me. Like, if someone asked me who is Kobe, I'd be like, it's the dude who scored 81 points. And that is, I think, Kobe's biggest moment as just a basketball player in general. Other than that, man, that's it. Let me know what you guys think is your favorite Kobe moment down below. Other than that, please like, comment, subscribe. Me and Summy coming out with a video soon. We're gonna have a new set, new look. So please let us know, and please keep us following, share if you can. Other than that, like Waldo, peace.